Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast. Today is Monday, August 22nd, 2022. Today I'm going to recap the weekend's Major League Baseball, WNBA playoffs, NFL preseason, and Major League Soccer games, and look ahead to today's games in each sport. We'll go over the BMW Championship from the weekend, as well as the weekend's NASCAR races, NFL tight end rankings, news and notes, and best bet. Major League Baseball will be first, as it always is in the summer. We'll recap the games and look ahead to what's to come today. We'll begin with Friday night, and the Cubs beat the Brewers 8-7. Orioles over the Red Sox 15-10. So Friday's best bet was a smash, as in a successing smash. Pirates over the Reds 5-4 on a 2-run walk-off single by Michael Chavez. Or no, I'm sorry, it's a 2-run inning. It was a 1-run walk-off single. That's my mistake. Mets over the Phillies 7-2. Blue Jays over the Yankees 4-0. Angels over the Tigers 1-0. Guardians over the White Sox 5-2. Royals over the Rays 3-2 and 10. Braves over the Astros 6-2. Twins over the Rangers 2-1. Rockies over the Giants 7-4. Mariners over the Athletics 10-2. Cardinals over the Diamondbacks 5-1. Nationals over the Padres 6-3. And the Dodgers over the Marlins 2-1. Saturday results: Blue Jays over the Yankees 5-2. Doubleheader game 1. Mets over the Phillies 8-2. Tigers over the Angels 4-3. Cubs over the Brewers 6-5-11 on a walk-off single by Wilson Contreras. Red Sox over the Orioles 4-3. Rays over the Royals 5-2. White Sox over the Guardians 2-0. Reds over the Pirates 10-1. Rangers over the Twins 4-3 and 10. Braves over the Astros 5-4 and 11. Phillies over the Mets 4-1. Athletics over the Mariners 4-3 and 10 on a walk-off fielder's choice by Sheldon Nosey. Rockies over the Giants 4-3 and 10 on a walk-off single by Brandon Rogers. Cardinals over the Diamondbacks 16-7. Padres over the Nationals 2-1, and the Dodgers over the Marlins 7-0. Sunday results: Reds over the Pirates 9-5. The Reds are 48-71. Pittsburgh's 47-74. Astros over the Braves 5-4. Astros 78-45. Atlanta 75-48. Mets over the Phillies 10-9. The Mets are 79-44. The Phillies are 66-55. Tigers over the Angels 4-0. The Tigers are 47-76. Angels are 52-69. Rays over the Royals 3-2. The Rays are 65-55. KC 49-74. Yankees over the Blue Jays 4-2. They retired Paul O'Neill's number yesterday. Yanks get a big win. They're 74-48. And the Blue Jays are 65-55. Rangers over the Twins 7-0. The Rangers are 55-66. Minnesota 62-57. Brewers over the Cubs 5-2. The Brewers are 64-56. The Cubs are 52-68. So the Cubs winning streak comes to an end. Giants over the Rockies 9-8. Giants are 60-61. Colorado's 53-70. A's over the Mariners 5-3. The A's are 45-77. Seattle 66-56. Dodgers over the Marlins 10-3. The Dodgers are 84-36. Miami's 52-69. Cardinals over the Diamondbacks 6-4. Cardinals 69-51. Arizona 55-66. Padres over the Nationals 2-1. The Padres are 68-56. The Nats are 41-82. And the Orioles over the Red Sox 5-3 in the Little League Classic. Baltimore 63-58. Boston is 60-62. White Sox Guardians postponed makeup date to be announced. All right, the games for today, not many. There are 9 in total. 2 o'clock, you have the White Sox at the Royals, Michael Kopech and Daniel Lynch. Chicago's definitely favored in this game, and they are. They're minus 162. The Royals are plus 136. Over under 8.5. Overs minus 105. Unders minus 115. White Sox minus 1.5 is even money. Royals plus 1.5 is minus 120. The pick here is the over because Daniel Lynch has not been very good. Kopech's been solid this year, but I don't trust either of these teams' bullpens. 7 o'clock, you have the Braves at the Pirates, Jake Odorizzi and Rosny Contreras. The Braves are minus 196. Pittsburgh's plus 164. Over under 8.5. Overs minus 118. Unders minus 104. Braves minus 1.5 is minus 125. Pirates plus 1.5 is plus 104. That's a tough one. But I'm going to go with the Pirates run line. Plus 1.5 is plus 104. They're 44.4 to win according to ESPN Analytics. Pirates money line's enticing, but I'm just going to go with the run line. Reds, Phillies. Luis Sessa and Noah Syndergaard. I totally misread that name. Phillies minus 240. Reds plus 198. Over under 8.5. Overs minus 120. Unders minus 102. Reds plus 1.5 is even money. Phillies minus 1.5 is minus 120. Luis Sessa isn't god-awful. So I'm going to take the Reds at plus 1.5 at even money. They're 42.8 to win according to ESPN Analytics. Mets, Yankees. Max Scherzer and Domingo Germán. For the first time this year, the Yankees are a home underdog. The Mets are minus 162. The Yankees are plus 136. Over under 7.5. Overs minus 106. Unders minus 114. Mets minus 1.5 is plus 105. Yankees plus 1.5 is minus 126. Now the Mets are expected to win. I think the Yankees were favored in both Yankee Stadium games. They might have been dogs in the Scherzer game, but I remember they were favored in the one game in Citi Field, but they're actually an underdog here, and deservingly so. Max Scherzer is just better than any starter on the Yankees, and he's arguably better than Garrett Cole. So, my pick for this game, I'm going to go with the under because of the offenses for these teams are not performing, other than the Mets yesterday and the Yankees in the Josh Donaldson game of late. Angels, Rays. Tucker Davidson and Jeffrey Springs. Rays minus 225. Angels plus 188. Over under 7. Overs minus 118. Unders minus 104. Angels plus 1.5 is minus 125. Rays minus 1.5 is plus 104. I'm laying the run line with the Rays. They're 74.5 to win according to ESPN Analytics. And they're plus money on the run line. Rangers, Twins. Cole Reagans and Sonny Gray. Twins minus 215. Rangers plus 180. Over under 8.5. Overs minus 108. Unders minus 112. Rangers plus 1.5 is minus 120. Twins minus 1.5 is even money. I do like the over in this game a lot. Cardinals, Cubs at 8 from Wrigley. Jordan Montgomery and Drew Smyly. Cards minus 180, Cubs plus 152, over under 8.5, overs minus 104, unders minus 118. Cardinals minus 1.5 is minus 140, Cubs plus 1.5 is minus 155. I'm going Cubs or minus 115. I'm going Cubs run line plus 1.5 and minus 115. Marlins Athletics at 9:30. Pablo Lopez and Adam Oller. You never see the Marlins in Oakland. This is a rarity. Marlins minus 148, A's plus 126, over under 7, overs minus 120, unders minus 102. Marlins minus 1.5 is plus 122. A's plus 1.5 is minus 146. This is a hard one. So I'm going to go with the Marlins first half run line minus a half at minus 106. And last but not least, at 10 o'clock, the Brewers at the Dodgers. Eric Lauer and Julio Urias. The Dodgers minus 270, the Brewers are plus 220, over under 7.5, overs minus 118, unders minus 104. Brewers plus 1.5 is plus 105, Dodgers minus 1.5 is minus 126. For this game, I'm going to go with the first half over 4.5 at plus 110. Maybe one of the pitchers makes a mistake or whatever. All right, now we'll move on to the WNBA playoffs. We will go over the results from the weekend and look ahead to what's to come. Saturday, you had the Sky over to Liberty 100-62 to make it a 1-1 series to force a game 3. Kalia Cooper 20 points and Hanzu, 10 points, 5 boards. Aces over to Mercury, 117-80 as the Aces sweep the Mercury. Chelsea Gray, 27 points, 8 assists, and Kayla Davis, 23 points and 3 assists. Sunday results, the Wings over the Sun, 89-79 to force a Game 3 in Dallas. Kayla Thornton, 20 points, and John Cole Jones had 20 points, 9 boards. And the Storm over the Mystics, 97-84 to sweep the series. Brianna Stewart, 21 points and 10 boards. Natasha Cloud, 21 points. So no WNBA playoffs until Tuesday, which is Game 3 of the Sky Liberty series. And then the Sun Wings Game 3 from Dallas is on Wednesday night. Alrighty, now move on to the NFL preseason. We'll go over the action from the weekend, and we do have a game tonight. Friday, Patriots over the Panthers 20-10. Patriots 1-1, Carolina 1-1. Mac Jones 4 of 8, 61 yards. Brian Hoyer 2 for 3, 30 yards, and Bailey Zappi 16 of 25, 173 yards and a pick. Matt Corral, who got injured in this game with a foot injury, 9 for 15, 58 yards, and then P.J. Walker 8 of 15, 107 yards and 2 picks. So the Baker-Sam Darnold combo did not play. Packers over the Saints 20-10. Green Bay 1-1, New Orleans 0-2 in the preseason. Jordan Love 12 of 24, 113 yards and a touchdown, and Danny Etling threw one pass, but it was for 0 yards. Ian Book played the whole game, 16 of 20, 113 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. Texans over the Rams 24-20. Texans 2-0 in the preseason, Rams 1-1. Davis Mills did play 10 of 17, 96 yards and a touchdown. Kyle Allen 9 of 12, 71 yards and a touchdown, and Jeff Driscoll 3 for 3, 17 yards and a touchdown. Bryce Perkins 11 of 13, 123 yards, and John Wolford 14 of 22, 142 yards. Saturday, Bills over the Broncos 42-15. That's a big score for a preseason game. Buffalo's 2-0, Denver 1-1. The Josh Allen play, yes, 45 yards and a touchdown. Case Keenum 16 of 18, 192 yards and a touchdown, and Matt Barkley 7 of 8, 65 yards. Starting for the Broncos was Brett Ripken, 22 of 26, 191 yards and a touchdown, and then Josh Johnson 8 of 16, 70 yards. Lions over the Colts 27-26. The Lions are 1-1. Indy 0-2 in the preseason. David Blau 16 of 22, 76 yards, a touchdown, and a pick, and Tim Boyle 12 of 15, 99 yards and a touchdown. Nick Foles 5 of 6, 56 yards. Sam Ellinger 9 of 11, 136 yards, 2 touchdowns, and Jack Cohn 7 of 11, 83 yards and a touchdown. Chiefs over the Commanders 24-14. Chiefs 1-1 the preseason in Washington 0-2. Patrick Mahomes did play 12 of 19, 160 yards and 2 touchdowns. Shane Bichelle 8 of 15 for 70 yards. And Dustin Crum 3 of 3, 27 yards. For the Commanders, Carson Wentz 6 of 9, 64 yards. Taylor Heineke 9 of 12, 83 yards and a touchdown. Sam Howell 10 of 18, 122 yards and a pick. Titans over the Buccaneers 13-3. Malik Willis 7 of 17, 80 yards and a touchdown. 5 carries for 42 yards as well. And Logan Woodside 7 of 11, 56 yards and a pick. Kyle Trask 11 of 24, 105 yards and a pick. Blaine Gabbert 3 of 5, 13 yards. Raiders over the Dolphins 15-13. Jarrett Stidham 7 of 10, 80 yards. Nate Mullins 6 of 9, 39 yards. And Chase Garber 6 of 9, 54 yards. Tua Tagovailoa 6 of 8, 58 yards. Teddy Bridgewater 10 of 20, 119 yards. And Skylar Thompson 9 of 10, 129 yards and a touchdown. 49ers over the Vikings 17-7. Nate Sudfeld 13-17, 102 yards and a touchdown. And Brock Purdy 14-23, 128 yards. Kellen Mond 10-20, 82 yards and 2 picks. And Sean Mannion 10-15, 65 yards. I misread that. Steelers over the Jaguars 16-15. Pittsburgh 2-0 in the preseason. Jacksonville's 0-3. Mitch Trubisky 5-8, 60 yards. Mason Rudolph 17-20, 127 yards and a touchdown. And Kenny Pickett 6-7, 76 yards and a touchdown. He was terrific. And Trevor Lawrence 14-21, 133 yards. CJ Beathard 6-10, 52 yards. And EJ Perry 6-11, 92 yards and a pick. Cowboys over the Chargers 32-18. The Cowboys 1-1 the preseason. Chargers 0-2. Will Greer 6-10, 98 yards. Cooper Rush 3-6, 32 yards. And Ben DiNucci 2-4 yards. Easton Stick 11-20, 134 yards, a touchdown, the pick. And Chase Daniel 13-21, 111 yards and a touchdown. Sunday, Eagles over the Browns 21-20. Eagles 1-1 the preseason. Cleveland 1-1. Gardner Minshew 14-17, 142 yards. Carson Strong 0-1, no yards. And Reed Sinnett 4-9, 69 yards and a touchdown. Josh Rosen 7-20, 88 yards. And Josh Dobbs 14-20, 141 yards. Giants over the Bengals 25-22. Giants 2-0, Cincy 0-2. Daniel Jones 14-16, 116 yards and a pick. Tyrod Taylor 7-11, 37 yards. And Davis Webb 22-27, 204 yards and 2 touchdowns. Brandon Allen 14-20, 105 yards. Jake Brownie's 10-16, 89 yards. And Drew Plitt 1-2, 17 yards. Ravens over the Cardinals 24-17. Baltimore 2-0, Arizona 1-1. The Ravens preseason winning streak continues. Tyler Huntley 13-14, 129 yards and a touchdown. And Anthony Brown 10-13, 91 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Trace McSorley 18-34, 229 yards and 2 picks. And Garantarno 3-6, 37 yards and a touchdown. All right, tonight we have a preseason game, 8 o'clock on ESPN. You have the Falcons and the Jets. You won't see Zach Wilson in this game. You'll see Mike White and Joe Flacco. And on the other side, you'll see probably Marcus Mariota, Desmond Ridder. In this game, the Falcons are giving 2.5, totals 38.5. I'm going to lay the 2.5 at Atlanta. They have the better quarterback room now that Zach Wilson's not going to be playing for the rest of the preseason, as they're going to get him ready for the season after getting injured in that preseason game last week. So I'm going to lay the 2.5 at MetLife Stadium for the Falcons against the Jets. All right, Major League Soccer. We'll go over the results from the weekend. We do not have any games again until Friday. And Friday the 19th, LA Galaxy, Seattle, 3-3 draw. Saturday, Red Bull Cincinnati, 1-1 draw. CF Montreal over New England, 4-0. Philly over DC United, 6-0. Philly will just have these random freaking outbursts of offensive games. It's so funny. Miami over Toronto, 2-1. Minnesota over Austin, 2-1. Colorado, Houston, 1-1 draw. Salt Lake, Vancouver, 1-1 draw. San Jose over LAFC, 2-1. And then Sunday, NYCFC over Chicago, 2-0. Columbus, Atlanta, 2-2 draw. Orlando over Charlotte, 2-1. KC over Portland, 4-1. And Nashville over Dallas, 4-0. All right, now move on to the Little League World Series. We'll go over the results from Friday until yesterday. And we had some postponements from Sunday that got postponed until today. We'll get into that in a moment. So we'll start with Friday in the Little League World Series. Panama over Curacao, 9-3 in double elimination. Tennessee over Utah, 11-2 in double elimination. Canada over Japan, 6-0 in double elimination. And Hawaii over New York, 12-0 in 5 in double elimination. Saturday, Italy over Australia, 12-7 in elimination. Iowa over Washington, 6-3 in an elimination game. Nicaragua over Puerto Rico, 3-1 in elimination game. And Pennsylvania over Massachusetts, 7-5 in an elimination game. Sunday, elimination game, Curacao over Italy, 1-0. Iowa over Utah, 10-2 in an elimination game. And Nicaragua over Japan, 1-0, suspended right now in an elimination game. That's a ton of games today that are makeup games. So 11 o'clock, you have Pennsylvania and New York. This is kind of how I thought this was going to play out. I think New York is the better team. I know Pennsylvania had a good little run with home field in the last game, but I think that New York gets it done and survives and will take on the Game 20 winner, which, the Game 22 loser. Game 20 winner, I have New York. So the Indiana-Tennessee loser, which I think is going to be Tennessee. I know I just stepped on a prediction. 1 o'clock, Chinese Taipei and Panama. Double elimination. It's a big game. It's game 21 of the series. So this was one of the games that got postponed. I think that the more talented team is Taiwan. So I'm going to say Taiwan moves on against Panama. 3 o'clock on ESPN, you have Tennessee against Indiana. Double elimination. This is a pretty big game. I just spoiled that pick a moment ago. I think Indiana will win and Tennessee loses and they'll play New York. 5 o'clock, double elimination on ESPN. You have Canada and Mexico. That's a big one. Canada got by Japan. I loved Canada to go far in this tournament. I still believe they will. So I think Canada rides its momentum, and then Mexico will go to the losers bracket and play Curacao. And 7 o'clock, you have on ESPN2, Texas and Hawaii. I love this Hawaii team. I think this was their time to shine. And I think that they're going to win game number 24. And Texas will go down to the losers bracket. And they would play... That's game 24. So Hawaii would play Indiana. And they would play Texas would play Iowa in the loser bracket game. So it should be an interesting Little League World Series. It's a busy day today with a lot of makeup games and whatnot. All right, now we'll go over the results from the BMW Championship. from the weekend. And your winner of the tournament with a score of 14 under, Patrick Cantlay. I think he was my pick. Second with a score of 13 under, Scott Stallings. Tied for third with a score of 11 under, Xander Schauffele and Scotty Scheffler. Tied for fifth with 10 under, Adam Scott, Kang-Hoo Lee, and Corey Connors. Tied for eighth with 9 under, Joaquin Niemann, Rory McIlroy, and Taylor Pendrith. Tied for 12th with 8 under, Trey Mullinax and Shane Lowry. Oh, and Christian Ziegenhout, too. Tied for 15th with 7 under, Sungjae M, Lucas Herbert, Aaron Weiss, and C. Thiglia. Tied for 19th with 6 under, Kurt Katayama, Jordan Spieth, Sam Burns, and Emiliano Grillo. Tied for 23rd with 5 under, Max Homa, Tyrell Hatton, Adam Putnam, J.J. Spawn, and Cam Young. Tied for 28th with 4 under, Tony Finau, Lark Leishman, Dylan McCarthy, Sepp Straka. Tied for 32nd with 3 under, Maverick McNeely, Brandon Steele, Keith Mitchell. Tied for 35th with 2 under, Sebastian Munoz, JT Poznan, Matt Kuchar, Cam Davis, Ryan Henley, Brian Harmon, Brett Horschel, Victor Hovland, and Hideki Matsuyama. Tied for 44th with 1 under, Taylor Moore, Colin Morikawa, Adam Hadwin, and Alex Smalley. Tied for 48th at even, Harold Varner III, Kevin Kisner, Taylor Hogue, Matt Fitzpatrick. Tied for 52nd with 1 over, Alex Duran, Justin Thomas. Tied for 54th with 2 over, Trez Ravine, Mino Pereira, Davis Riley, and Joo-Hung Kim. Tied for 58th with 3 over, Troy Merritt, Mackenzie Hughes, Keegan Bradley. Tied for 61st with 4 over, Chris Kirk, Luke List. 63rd with 5 over, Cam Triangle. 64th with 6 over, Wyndham Clark. 65th with 7 over, Seamus Power. 66th with 8 over, Lucas Glover. 67th with 10 over, Saibu Kim, and withdrawing Will Zalatoris. Next tournament is the Tour Championship from East Lake Golf Course in Atlanta. Wednesday's show, we'll preview it and pick a winner. All right, now move on to NASCAR. The results from the Glen. Coming in first place, Kyle Larson. Coming in second, AJ Allmendinger. Coming in third, Sammy Smith. Coming in fourth, Noah Gragson. Fifth, Kaz Grala. Sixth, Sam Myers. Seventh, Riley Herbst. Eighth, Sheldon Creed. Ninth, Josh Berry. 10th, Jeremy Clements. The rest, Cole Custer, Stephon Parsons, Ryan Sieg, Timmy Hill, Connor Mosack, Landon Castle, Josh Belicki, Anthony Alfredo, Andy Lally, Brad Perez, Preston Pardis, Kyle Weatherman, Scott Heckert, Brandon Jones, William Byron, Bailey Curry, Ty Gibbs, Ross Chasen, Blaine Perkins, Austin Hill, Daniel Hemrick, Brandon Brown, Myatt Snyder, Chris Wright. Kyle Wright's from Atlanta, from the Braves. Alex Labb, Patrick Gallagher, Jeb Burton, and Justin Allgaier. And the Cup Series results from the Glen. Your winner, sweeping the weekend, Kyle Larson. Coming in second, AJ Allmendinger. Third, Joey Logano. Fourth, Chase Elliott. Fifth, Daniel Suarez. Sixth, Michael McDowell. Seventh, Tyler Riddick. Eighth, Chris Bell. Ninth, Chris Boucher. 10th, Eric Jones. The rest, Cole Custer, Kevin Harvick, Austin Cindric, Alec Bowman, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Ty Dillon, Austin Dillon, Justin Haley, Brad Keselowski, Denny Hamlin, Ross Chasen, William Byron, Martin Truex Jr., Ryan Blaney, Chase Briscoe, Ty Gibbs, Corey LaJoie, Harrison Burton, Eric Almirola, Mike Rockenfeller, Joey Hand, Kyle Busch, Loris Hesmans, Cody Ware, Bubba Wallace, Daniil Kvyat, Kimi Räikkönen, Todd Gilliland, and Kyle Tilley. All right, now I'm going to do my NFL tight end rankings. This was an interesting list to put together. I did each team's top 2 projected starting tight ends. So, without further ado, here we go. 64, Chris Manhertz, Jacksonville Jaguars. 63, Jack Stoll, Philadelphia Eagles. 62, Chris Myrak, New York Giants. 61, Brock Wright, Detroit Lions. 60, Kyle Granson, Indianapolis Colts. 59, Durham Smythe, Miami Dolphins. 58, Charlie Warner, San Francisco 49ers. 57, Bryson Hopkins, Los Angeles Rams. 56, Johnny Munt, Minnesota Vikings. 55, Zach Gentry, Pittsburgh Steelers. 54, Donald Parham, Los Angeles Chargers. 53, Drew Sample, Cincinnati Bengals. 52, Foster Moreau, Las Vegas Raiders. 51, Jeff Swaim, Tennessee Titans. 50, John Bates, Washington Commanders. 49, Farrell Brown, Houston Texans. 48, Jake Ferguson, Dallas Cowboys. 47, Greg Dulcich, Denver Broncos. 46, Daniel Bellinger, New York Giants. 45, Trey McBride, Arizona Cardinals. 44, Ian Thomas, Carolina Panthers. 43, Anthony Fursker, Atlanta Falcons. 42, Ryan Griffin, Chicago Bears. 41, Blake Bell, Kansas City Chiefs. 40, Brevin Jordan, Houston Texans. 39, Tommy Tremble, Carolina Panthers. 38, Tyler Conklin, New York Jets. 37, Harrison Bryant, Cleveland Browns. 36, Albert Okuabaum, Denver Broncos. Okuginbunum. It's a tough name to pronounce. 35, Will Dissly, Seattle Seahawks. 34, Taysom Hill, New Orleans Saints. He's projected their second-string tight end. 33, Nick Boyle, Baltimore Ravens. 32, O.J. Howard, Buffalo Bills. 31, C.J. Uzomah, New York Jets. 30, Logan Thomas, Washington Commanders. 29, Mercedes Lewis, Green Bay Packers. 28, Kyle Rudolph, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 27, Evan Ingram, Jacksonville Jaguars. 26, Jonnu Smith, New England Patriots. 25, David Njoku, Cleveland Browns. 24, Hayden Hurst, Cincinnati Bengals. 23, Mo Alley Cox, Indianapolis Colts. 22, Cole Kmet, Chicago Bears. 21, Dawson Knox, Buffalo Bills. 20, Robert Tonyan, Green Bay Packers. 19, Noah Fant, Seattle Seahawks. 18, Austin Hooper, Tennessee Titans. 17, Pat Freiermuth, Pittsburgh Steelers. 16, Mike Gesicki, Miami Dolphins. 15, Dalton Schultz, Dallas Cowboys. 14, Cameron Brate, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 13, Adam Trotman, New Orleans Saints. 12, Tyler Higbee, Los Angeles Rams. 11, Gerald Everett, Los Angeles Chargers. 10, Irv Smith Jr., Minnesota Vikings. 9, Hunter Henry, New England Patriots. 8, Zach Ertz, Arizona Cardinals. 7, Dallas Goedert, Philadelphia Eagles. 6, Kyle Pitts, Atlanta Falcons. 5, TJ Hawkinson, Detroit Lions. 4, Darren Waller, Las Vegas Raiders. 3, Mark Andrews, Baltimore Ravens. 2, George Kittle, San Francisco 49ers, and that leaves number 1, Travis Kelce, Kansas City Chiefs. Kelce versus Kittle's a yearly battle. I think last year I picked Kittle. The year before I picked Kelce. This year it's Kelce again. I feel that Kittle's had some injury issues over the last few years, and Travis Kelce's going to be the focal point of that Chiefs offense. Meanwhile, Kittle has better players around him than he's done in past years, such as Deebo Samuel. And Patrick Mahomes is more trustworthy than Trey Lance, so that's why I put these two where they go. Andrews and Waller are debatable for the 3-4 spot. I put Andrews ahead because I think he'll have a bigger year than Waller because Devontae Adams is now in Vegas. Hawkinson's going to have a big season for the Lions. I think Kyle Pitts might be the breakout tight end of the year. Goddard, he's really good. Zach Ertz, I think, is going to have a good season. Hunter Henry is really good. And then Irv Smith Jr. coming off the injury, I think a sleeper candidate for comeback player of the year. All right, now we'll move on to the news and notes for today. We have a lot to talk about from the weekend, but just breaking right now that the Memphis Grizzlies has made new inquiries to Brooklyn about trading for Kevin Durant. This is crazy. I think that Memphis should absolutely go for it. They have John Morant on their team. And I think that Memphis would have a good package to send back to Brooklyn. They have a lot of assets. They have a bunch of draft picks. And Memphis would instantly become a top 3 team in the Western Conference. So we'll see where that goes. Jason Tatum had an interview with Taylor Rokes. And he talks about how miserable he was after the finals loss. And then he talks about the viral Kevin Durant photo. And then he discussed whether he'd rather have Dame Lillard or Kyrie Irving on his team. Chet Holmgren exited the Pro AM game as he injured his ankle. Let's hope he'll be okay. Udonis Haslem's back for another season to return for his 20th season, which is crazy. He just sits there on the bench the whole time and plays in garbage time when need be. Knicks point guard Derrick Rose is good to go, as the Knicks expect him to be rolling when camp starts after having ankle surgery in December. Some football. The Bills honor the late Luke Knox as they have a moment of silence for Dawson Knox's brother Luke, who passes away at the age of 22 earlier in the week. Some NFL Week 2 takeaways. Gabe Davis was terrific. People think that Kenny Pickett should start, which is interesting. And speaking of Kevin Durant, as he learns about the Kobe Durant from the Rams, as the Slim Reaper trolls the LA fans on Twitter. Quincy Williams fined $10,000 for late hit on Jalen Hurts in the preseason opener. Dana White says that he was close to a deal to bring Brady and Gronk to Vegas, but John Gruden shot it down. So Brady and Gronk could have been Raiders, and the Raiders could have been Super Bowl contenders the last couple of years. I wonder why Gruden was the one who turned it down. Giants rookie pass rusher Kayvon Thibodeau exited the preseason game yesterday after taking a cut block to the lower leg. And the Giants are optimistic that he avoided a major knee injury. We talked about Matt Corral. He is out for the season with a Lisfranc injury, so that's unfortunate. Michael Thomas held out a preseason with a hamstring injury, which is crazy. Ken Walker return date unknown, as he is still tender after the hernia surgery. Tyquan Thornton suffered a collarbone injury during the preseason game on Friday and not expected to be season-ending. So he's probably not going to be playing. So Kayvon Thibodeau says he got good news already. And he'll go get further tests today. Graham Gano had a concussion, the kicker, the Giants kicker. Saquon Barkley is tired of critics. He says, I'm really kind of fed up with people who've never played the position and try to speak on how I run the football. Roquan Smith to play out contract as he returned to practice over the weekend. He says he's going to be on myself as I've always done. Tom Brady's returning to Bucs practice today, so that is good news. And he'll probably play in the preseason finale. Maybe. Lamar Jackson offered more money than Kyler Murray. As Jay Glazer reports, the Ravens are facing a big uphill battle because Lamar wants fully guaranteed contract. Which is crazy. LeBron's son, Bryce James, announces he's received an offer from the Canes. So that's interesting. Shea Petty out for the postseason. Or she was out for the postseason. As the Mercury season is over. Baseball. Marcell Ozuna arrested on DUI charge as he was arrested Friday morning in Atlanta. Mark DeRosa named manager of Team USA, as he'll say, "I'll do everything in my power to win this." As I'm happy for Mark DeRosa, the MLB Network analyst, former player. Good opportunity for him. The Padres are giving Josh Hader a break as they'll move to closer by committee after Josh Hader posts a 16.2 ERA. What a disaster. Oh my goodness. This is probably the worst trade pickup so far. And speaking of the Padres, they're livid with Fernando Tatis Jr. as he's made enemies in his clubhouse after testing positive for a PED substance. Leon Edwards ends Kamaru Usman's 15-fight win streak with fifth-round head kick knockout to become UFC welterweight champ. As Twitter was in complete shambles, which is incredible. Giancarlo Stanton has started to begin a rehab assignment, which is good news. Maybe he'll be back this week to help the Yankees. Aaron Hicks says he's been horrible, as he's right, he has been horrible. He's been the Yankees' worst player that wasn't Joey Gallo. We talked about Paul O'Neill getting his number retired. He kicked the cooler just like he did when he was a player. That was the gift from the Yankees. Garrett Cole stormed out of the dugout after Alek Manoah plunked Aaron Judge. That's how bad things have gotten for the Yankees. As everybody's just frustrated with their play. I know they won yesterday, but they need to... If this is really what's snapping them out of it, they gotta literally win their next 7 games. Or go 6-1 or something like that. And then Alek Manoah called out Garrett Cole and said, if Garrett wants to do something, he can walk past the Audi sign next time. Yikes. And then the Orioles roasted the Yankees by saying that they played in a Little League ballpark. That is just not nice. Mike Trout back for the Angels after missing over a month. Yordan Alvarez left Friday night's game against the Braves due to feeling ill on the field and was taken to a local hospital after evaluation, as his tests came back normal but will undergo further evaluation. So Shohei Ohtani pulled in the 5th inning with a stomach virus. That's not great. And a lot of highlights from the Little League World Series. Adley Rutschman got his jersey signed by Team Japan ahead of the Little League Classic. And he was mobbed by a bunch of people at the Little League World Series too. Some minor league stuff. Jackson Holiday, first pro homer in rookie ball, so that's cool. So that's that. And last but not least, my best bet of the day, brought to you by FanDuel. Friday's best bet was a win with the Orioles straight up. And I did win with Patrick Cantlay. I thought I did. Hit that 14-1. That was pretty good. That was my best hit in a while for golf, even though it was one of the lower numbers. So best bet today's tough because there's not that many options. But the one I'm going to go with, I'm going to go with the Tampa Bay Rays money line, -1.5 at +104. I'm going to lay a half unit on it, -1.5 at +104 against the Angels for my best bet of the day. Rays -1.5. So that's it for the show. I'll be back tomorrow recapping everything from today and looking at everything tomorrow. We have offensive tackle rankings tomorrow. We have some primaries to take care of. Florida, that's a big one. So, looking forward to tomorrow's show, and I hope you guys have a great day, everyone.